Just wait till the live thing pops up. Then we'll know that we're live. Like you'll see it.
Yeah, I feel like it waits though. It's like it's live for 3 seconds and then it tells us.
And then
we're live.
And then, hey, we're live. Welcome to the podcast, everyone.
Crapshoots.
What
was the song? You had a song there last time. There's gonna be a podcast tonight.
And a podcast tonight, I know.
All right. Episode 4 of the Crapshoots Hockey Podcast. Ready to go.
All right, so let's get right into it. I'm on a time constraint this week. I'm going bowling. So
I'm going to get wings.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's wing night.
Nice. Sick. All right, so we watched Columbus this week, and I would definitely say it was a win. They're actually, I would put them in almost in the same category as the Sens in how much they surprised me and how much fun they were to watch.
Yep, because they ended up having a lot of skill, and they obviously still have a lot of grit as well. So it's that same mixture that the Sens have, right? And
yeah, you know what I also realized is, as a hockey fan, it's like, you're a real hockey fan when you just are always screaming shoot. You don't have that problem with Columbus at all because they're always just shooting.
Yeah, they just fire everything on net, drive the net for a rebound.
Yeah, I love it. Like, and I was watching them play, and it reminded me of our NHL strategy, how we always try and shoot it at the goalie's pads and just jump on the rebounds. And it's like they just kept doing it. Yeah, like they just kept doing it and doing it.
And I kept thinking exactly that. It's like, that's our move.
Yeah. Yeah. So Winnipeg game again, like the shots was in, like that was what really blew me away was they just they have
what was the final score of that one? That was a 5-3.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think there was a 5 in there or something. And then their next game, they had the same game plan against Tampa, and they're obviously a huge favorite. I mean, the way that they play and the way their team is built, their lines are disgusting.
Yeah,
Namestnikov with Stamkos and Kucherov. Oh my gosh, like that is disgusting.
Yeah, for sure.
How did you feel seeing Sergachev score twice?
Well, I mean,
it's Drouin, right? It's not like he kind of got shafted.
No, I honestly, I just felt like, of course he did. Like, just like, of course, like the first time I sit down to watch, like to really pay attention to a Tampa game, other than that first week that we watched their game against Pittsburgh, like the one guy on there that I'm like, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be upset if he just was garbage. Goes out there and just
scores twice.
It's like, all right, well, yeah, they're nice. I mean, because when we saw him at the rookie tournament, I thought he was like, he passed the eye test.
Oh yeah, in the rookie tournament, it didn't take much. Like he was clear and above.
Yeah, like it was obvious that he was the next level.
Yeah.
Like Shabbat. Shabbat was as well, I found.
Yeah, and Vasilevsky was on his game. They, just like the game before, threw 30-plus shots on, but didn't end up scoring.
Yeah, it's funny. In my notes, I wrote against Winnipeg, holy shots, Batman, bound to score if you put 39 on net. And then watching them against Tampa and just like 40-plus goals and just nothing. It's like, all right, well, I guess you're not bound to score, but there's chances for goal.
And props to Bobrovsky, too, because, I mean, he only made, on the score sheet, it looks like he only made 23 saves or something like that. Yeah. But holy chances. And he made a lot of really, really nice saves. And the 2 goals that went in were point shots with insane screens. So it was just, they're good goals, not bad goaltending.
Yeah, definitely. I found that Bobrovsky got that like as well in the Kings game, where both, like, it was a super high scoring game, but it was hard to blame either goalie. Like all of the Columbus goals were just rebound
A tip,
buried,
a rebound.
yeah, and all of LA was just crazy like screens and tips.
Yeah, all of the Kings goals were like some crazy tip. There was the one where it was Dustin Brown standing right at the inside of the blue line, and he just tucks it on net, and Doughty, I believe,
Yeah, yeah, it was.
just pokes his stick out, and it, changed the direction and fluttered, but it made made Bobrovsky look silly, but every single one of those goals were screen, tip, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I actually didn't catch it. I watched the condensed game.
Thanks, Travis.
Is he watching?
Yeah, he just let us know about the levels.
Oh, are we off? We're off.
No, I was just a little loud, I guess, when I laughed. Yeah, I was peeking a bit.
That's normal, though.
Yeah, start of my life. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you can tell that the Kings are tight. But Columbus, as much as I'm not a fan of Tort's personality, he seems to be putting together a game plan that suits this team to a T.
Yeah, and he's using. I had heard the announcers from Columbus sort of talk that they're now using their defensemen more, like the young guy Andrew Werenski. They're activating the defense more, kind of thing.
For sure.
And it shows because all of those guys are such great skaters, and you wouldn't think it because of the past that Columbus has had, being just a expansion grinding team.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was that's definitely a win for the bandwagon of the week.
Yeah, agreed. That again, like the way the Habs are playing, I'm almost I might become like a Columbus and Ottawa fan. Like, what is going on?
You're just going to be a fan of the team each week until something turns around for the Habs.
Yeah,
because it is just terrible.
Yeah, I'll get to that. Oh, that honestly, I don't have much to say about that. But let's get into the news. McDavid versus Cindy tonight. Cindy Crimsby, that is.
Ooh.
For those that aren't in on our joke, we call him Cindy Crimsby, not because we think he's a girl, but just because it's fun to pronounce. Yeah, we actually respect Crosby a lot. It's just, thanks, Heat.
The golden goal.
Yeah, it's just it's stuck. That was it. I believe it was Heater that brought that one in, and we just kind of rolled with it.
I would not be surprised. That's definitely a Heaterism.
Yeah, I like it. It's just it rolls off the tongue. Plus, Crimsby's great. Here?
Patrick Reed hospitalized, eh?
Yeah, some immune system thing. I don't really understand what's going on, but it sucks that he's like intensive care and shit.
Oh my god.
Where's the early diagnosis? I guess he's on the road to recovery. So
holy mackerel.
Still, that's scary. Like it always sucks. Like, I mean, injuries are one thing when it's expected as part of the game, but when something like that creeps in, that sucks.
It's like, and so he's on the road to recovery, which is fine. It's like that.
Yeah, for sure. I think when it broke, they weren't sure, but between then and now, it's been made clear that he's gonna at least.
The same. I don't think Patrick Reeves is that type of player that was annoying. Maybe for other fan bases, but he hasn't been a thorn in the Leafs. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of so you feel good for those players, like a Brian Boyle as well on the men and back on the ice with the whole being diagnosed with cancer. So
yeah, for sure.
Good on them. That's good.
Yeah. Yager is on the IR. He's injured. Some people are saying they think it's just because he didn't get a training camp and stuff. Some people say he's just old. He hasn't he looked a little slow to start, but they had him up on the top line. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing him come back.
It was that it was like right when Yager got his moment. It seemed it just kind of something happened, right? Because that's why he held out for so long, because he wanted to be a top 6 player, and now he got his top 6 minutes, but
For sure.
maybe
But
hopefully it is something minor, right?
yeah, I mean, with his record, hopefully it's just something minor, not career threatening or anything. But at 45, I feel like a lot of things are career threatening.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's like you're really towing the line once you get north of
Yeah.
40.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
40s, right? So
Yeah. All right. Also, just a recommendation for something good to read is Derek England's column on the Players Tribune. I just read that today, and it's really well written. It's
I
yeah,
love
good
those
piece.
Player Tribune ones.
Me too.
So yeah, no, I haven't read it, so that'll be something to do after the podcast.
Yeah, definitely. I just wanted to
Yeah.
mention that. All right, so Habs Leafs segment. Da-da-da-da. My part's gonna be real fucking quick. Um, I haven't been watching, to be honest, because I can't stomach it.
It's hard to
But
watch.
I don't want to complain because I mean, like, they're not even close to the same team they were. They're gonna have to figure shit out. It's just it feels like they're still in the preseason and everyone else has moved on. You linked a tweet in here that linked to an article that had a quote from Julian. He says, "Eventually, there's a game that has to be a turning point. So we need to focus on this game, which is the most important game." Which is like, to me, it's a translation that, like, yeah, we're trash, but we're bound to get something figured out eventually.
Something maybe might happen. I don't
Yeah.
know, but don't think about the future. Not yet. Mm-mm.
Well, I mean, it's hard to when you have sold everything for the present.
Yeah, and the present being a bunch of second, third, not even. Well, I mean, they're playing like third line guys. That's
It's a bunch of hope.
it's a lot of hope, and
The thing is when all of these players were playing well, the opinion was different. So that's why I don't want to have an opinion. Like, I could take that stance and be like, yeah, they're just a bunch of dog shit players, but it's, their core are the same guys that had that start last year. Like
that
they
went
can
kind of
play. Like,
toast.
they've proven that they can play. It's just right now it's none of the pieces fit.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not going to
Matt
go out there and say they're all dog shit because they're not. It's just the way that the team's playing as a whole is.
and the amount of I don't know. See, it's one thing that was complained about, and we've mentioned in previous podcasts, was the amount of movement in the lines that was done before Julian, or the lack thereof. Sorry,
Yeah.
and
No,
so
because
now,
that's all Tyrion ever did was change lines.
oh, Altieri never did. Okay, so then, yeah, so now Julian's getting into that movement too, from what
Well,
it's.
he's changed the lines twice because they haven't won yet.
Oh, it's just twice. Okay, I thought I'd seen a few more games that just had changed the fourth line. It was
It's mostly just been
Galchenyuk up.
Galchenyuk, yeah, up and down.
Yeah, until
Like I
they
said,
figure
I
it
don't
out.
have much to say. Like, I'm not the coach. I'm not the expert. I just can't watch it.
Shitty hockey to watch. Yeah, yeah, but the Leafs aren't shitty to watch, at least.
Cool. Yeah,
Got
give me the lowdown. I haven't been watching.
because they had a interesting week, a exciting week. Because they started off our last podcast, they were playing the Washington Capitals, and that was a game that a lot of Leafs bloggers, articles, whatever they wanted it to be. It's hey, we've gotten this far since Game 6 kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they showed it. They ended up winning 2-0. Anderson made a bunch of great saves. He also got very lucky too. There was a lot of posts. Um, there were multiple times where Ovechkin would take a shot and he'd miss completely and just end up standing there like video game style.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
um,
Yeah, he's good for that.
yeah, so they're playing really well. They got to win the next night against the Red Wings. With McElhinney in net, you may as well score 6 every time because very rarely are you going to get a shutout from McElhinney.
Yeah.
And then the Sens game on Saturday I missed, unfortunately, which was a hell of a game. Shout out to Travis again. Yeah, you son of a beach.
Yeah, I like the Sens. I didn't catch that game either, but
Yeah, so like we had even talked about it with Travis too, is that they play that 1-3-1 and shut down the neutral zone and then jump on any sort of mistake and go down for the rush kind of thing.
Yeah,
and they did that to a T against the Leafs in the first period because Babs said it.
They've been running that system for a while. Like they're tight.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. To their credit, they ran that to a T.
For sure.
And the Leafs weren't prepared for it. And yeah, I think they were down 3-0 or something like that too. So, and then actually, it was that Babs comment that reminded me back when Randy Carlyle was coach and they did that Winter Classic follow up to the Winter Classic, the HBO series.
Okay.
And and so Randy Carlyle was in the dressing room. I don't know who they're playing, doesn't matter, but he's barking at the players saying, "It's not my job to get you motivated. It's not my job."
Oh, are you sure?
I don't know about that. Like,
yeah,
maybe provide the game. I don't know. But anyway, they ended up losing to the Sens. It was a great game. Then they realized that there's a need to go out and get Roman Polak back because the defense has been shoddy all season. But at the same time, you're 7-2 now. How bad can it be?
Yeah, for sure.
And so before that game, I guess last night's game against the Kings was a very similar game to last season where they lost and then played the Kings. But last year the Kings ended up putting a touchdown up on the Leafs, and I was in attendance for that game, so that was
nice.
That's the memorableness about that. Yeah,
for sure.
So at least the odd moves, not really odd, but odd when you're not really thinking about it, I suppose, was the quickness to go back and get Roman Polak after cutting him. They realized that the young Swedish guys that they brought in and the young guys just aren't quite ready for the workload. And an interesting stat I came across was the amount of penalty kill minutes that had been distributed between the 7 or 8 defensemen that have gone in.
Yep.
But the bulk of the minutes went to Zaitsev and Hainsey, and it wasn't even close. The next 3-4, like they were the only 2 guys on the penalty kill.
Oh,
so
shit. Yeah,
that's not sustainable over 82 games. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Eric Fair was waived, so Dominic Moore is now the full-time 4C.
Nice. So the Habs are going to pick Fair up soon and put him on our first line.
On the first line. Yep, exactly. So, I mean, that's the gist of Leafland right now is people are arguing about fourth center and who's rotating in and out of 5, 6, 7 on defense kind of thing.
Yeah, must be nice.
It's good times.
Yeah, for sure.
Right now. But I've been, as a Leaf fan, you're home to
that's a great segue into, I guess there's always something that they can find wrong. And I'll share my screen here. And we're going to go right into our crap tweets.
This is why I always read the replies, because there are some people in there that they have some bright ideas. And so this guy here, he's a pretty solid follow for sports overall, but finally won't be surprised to see Gardner in the press box or demoted now that you have someone who can play defense.
So he's stoked.
Oh man, yeah, he's happy about Polak.
Yep.
What an idiot.
Yep.
They're all Gardner hate.
Gardner. At least this guy corrected himself.
Biggest hole with a W in our boat right now. On for 4 or the 6 goals against last night and finished -3. Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Can't win them all.
Paul was waiting.
Man, Paul, how did Paul get 280 characters with an opinion like that? Was waiting for them to re-sign a more flexibility now on D and for future moves, waivers, and trades. A puck moving D closer to happening. by the trade deadline, in my opinion. Can see Gardner and a forward. I don't know what that means. Like
I don't know.
Fake forward?
I don't know. Maybe they're
Gonna
just
dress up.
Yeah.
Kyle Dubas.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a good question. I don't know what that means. All right, is that all of them? That's all of them.
That's all. That's all for the.
That's good. They're upset. Wait, I wonder. Let's just quickly scroll here. More than happy to trade you McQuaid for Gardner. Gardner and a forward.
They know Gardner and a forward.
Yeah, why is forward in quotes? All right, here we go. Maybe he figures they could dress up an equipment manager. All right, so this is a good thread.
But that's a solid thread there, Carcel.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Roman Polak fan. All right, so now we're moving into our tweets of the week. Yeah, because those started out as crap tweets, but all the replies are awesome. Tweets are
gold.
Yeah, like these are all. This is great. All right. Good thing about watching Blues versus Blackhawks with Pierre on the call is that I now know where Nate Prosser played his college hockey. You mean what bathroom he took a dump in playing youth hockey? I like that. That's my favorite.
There's another one too where it was just like, or what AA Adam team he played for.
Oh yeah, college hockey. You mean what he had for breakfast before his Adam AA game? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you know what you're getting with Pierre.
Yeah, love it. I like Pierre. At least sometimes. And then now we have this. Let's not say anything about this. We're just gonna leave this up for a second.
Jesus. It looks like a real person too.
Yeah, just stew on that for a little bit. All right, next tweet. All right, Brad Marchand tweets, anyone want to play some NHL? And it looks like there's a Cindy Crimsby in the middle.
I didn't even notice that.
LB / someone's nuts in half. RB blindside hit someone.
He's good at that.
Yep. Right stick plus start. Jeez, that's a difficult combo. I get every NHL fan to hate you. Oh well.
It's Marchand.
He's got that one down. X Slewfoot. Hip check someone's knees. Slewfoot. X and B or Slewfoot. An A spear. That's pretty good. I would have. That's good. I like it.
It's a good fan relation tweet right there.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Actually, I guess Austin Matthews was asked about this tweet, by the way. But I guess him and Austin were yucking it up at the skills competition. He had some good one-liners. All right, that's our Austin Matthews news. And then this legend with the altered Lupul jersey.
Yeah, I really like this.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I agree. And then another just recommendation is go check out Tim and Sid on Twitter. You can see Phil playing some basketball and just throwing bricks. It's pretty tight on D. I mean, if he was a little taller, he may actually be able to do something.
Oh my God.
Not bad form on the jumper, though. I got to give it to him.
Yeah, he needs to work in his shot, though.
Yeah, he's got to get the elbow action a little bit more from the elbow.
Just all shooting hoops.
I feel like we need more Phil in our podcast.
That could be our filler.
Hey! All right, bandwagon watch of the week this upcoming week. Lots of games this week. Lots of teams had some four game gamers. James.
Jamesers.
Yeah. We didn't pick one of them,
that's
but
for your fantasy hockey teams. Yeah, we didn't pick one.
our runners-up were Carolina, Florida, Chicago.
Yeah, hey,
Then,
so you may as well jump on the Florida bandwagon so you can watch a Habs game.
well, yeah, well, I don't know. I just thought because I don't think we've watched Anaheim or Detroit yet, and Tampa's been pretty good. That was
Yeah.
but and then I was also thinking Calgary, but they have pretty much the same schedule as Edmonton. Calgary's playing Nashville, St. Louis, Dallas, and Washington, where Edmonton is playing Pittsburgh, Dallas, Washington. So we figured it's pretty no-brainer to go with Edmonton, considering how exciting. Pretty much, I mean, Dallas. I don't think I've watched, but they're
I haven't
obviously
watched
when
any
you
of Dallas
think about
games,
the
but
roster, I'm sure they're.
The roster itself intrigues me, right? So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. For sure. So
we even because we talked about the game tonight. Crosby, McDavid, Malkin, Draisaitl.
Yeah, so we'll watch that too for sure. And so we're gonna go with Edmonton. I'm excited for that. I've been kind of a bandwagon Edmonton fan since they drafted Taylor Hall, and
this is the year.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, even when they sucked, they were at least fun to watch. Now they're both
Now they're fun to watch and they are good. At least not right now, but
I mean,
they're figuring it out.
Yeah, you can see that it's a lot closer.
Yeah, let's put it that way. It's much closer.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, like the games that they do put it together, I'm sure it'll be exciting. But just the way they play, I think Edmonton Pittsburgh is just gonna be, it's just gonna be like a track meet. And then Dallas and Washington, that's just a bunch of firepower.
Yeah,
that's so much firepower.
And I mean, we haven't seen Dallas yet, so we'll see what they do. But Washington, they throw the body too, so
and still, Ovi versus McDavid.
I wonder if that's a Saturday game.
I think it might be.
It's a third game on our schedule this week. Either that or it'd be a Sunday afternoon, I think. Be the hometown hockey game.
Saturday at 10.
So it's in Edmonton. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and so is the Stars game, but it's at 9 on Thursday. And the Pens game starts at 7. So
booyah.
Turn on your tubes and adjust those nigger knobs.
The whole bunny ears, right?
Yeah.
Because we still have those.
What do you mean?
Anyway. So I think we're done.
But that's how you find the game.
What? I'm getting a phone call.
All right.
Well,
somebody's calling to say keep going on the podcast.
Yeah. Podcast. Our first caller and only caller.
All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Solid pod. Go Leafs.